Wake up with us, it's time to rise and shine. Morning mayhem's on the air, we're feeling fine. We got a motto, Tomlin and Becker too. Bringing you the latest, there's nothing we can't do. Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to your frosty morning here on the hill. And it's going to get a little cooler, I think, during the day, and then tonight,
Cooler, more still,
more cooler. I guess there's
setting some records.
It's supposed to be an Arctic front coming through.
Oh, goodness gracious!
Indeed. We got big doings this evening. And I know the football team's getting ready and prepared for everything that's going to happen tonight. But also, the fans are. The fans are preparing.
Bundle up.
They were making purchases on Amazon last week. There's a call for heated socks. The battery-operated ones.
I hear the heated vests are good.
I heard that. Fred talks about his all the time, but it's only in the back. He said he wished it had some of the more that would.
I don't normally get cold in my chest area. It's more of the toes there,
the extremities.
The extremities there.
Yeah, no, I heard a lot about. Sean was talking about the socks that he has, and he can change them without having to take them off, because that's a big thing too. A lot of them you have to go and take the sock off and then find out how to adjust it. I just have those snap packs, heating packs you put in
like
there.
4 of those in your shoes.
Yeah,
you're good to go.
And then I walk a little taller because they're stacked up in there. But yeah, that's going to be a good dress in layers. And definitely be ready. I think too, even though you might have your feet nice and warm or your hands warm, if you go sit on those bleachers, metal bleachers in the middle of winter, I don't know if that's a great idea.
Sappy energy from you.
I think they do.
Yeah.
I think they do. I guess I'm gonna have to get like pants. Do they have pants that have built-in heaters?
I'm sure they have
right?
insulated or thermal.
There
must be thermal paint of some sort.
Oh, there you go. Well,
I don't know why you're trying to get all high techie when you get low techie.
Well, you don't hear the term long johns anymore. Do they still call them long
thermal
johns?
Pants, I think they're called now. No,
are they still in the waffle pattern, or are they?
Oh my
have they
God!
dressed them up anymore?
Once again, I think we just lost part of our audience.
The Long John Brigade. So I think too, like those seats that you bring for the bleachers, if they're heated, that might be nice. Or if you can just take some of those snap packs and just shove them in there.
Yeah, I think there you go.
But it should be a relatively cooler evening tonight once the sun goes down.
Fair enough.
But I'm sure you have more on that for sports. I could be wrong. Maybe you have nothing.
That's it. That was our sports segment.
And that's the sports with Decker. This is a full week this week. We have, I think we're starting on an A-Day. I think today's an A-Day on December 8th.
Nobody knows.
No, nobody knows. Full week, no half days. As of right now, we'll see what happens. But there is a change in the schedule today. We do have special guests coming in. The advisor.
Start with that there.
We're going to start with that. Yeah.
Barry
All right, rerun the opening.
Yeah. So advisor is going to be at the end of the day because we have a visiting committee coming in because one of our principals are nominated for assistant principal of the year for Connecticut. That's Dr. Dana Mulligan.
Yeah.
And there will be a visiting committee that comes in, and there'll be a tour that goes on to see what we do here and an interview. I think
I've combed through the archives, the records in the state of Connecticut, and we would be the first school ever to have school of the year.
Okay.
Principal of the year.
All right.
We had teacher of the year.
Yeah, we have.
Secretary of the year.
Yep.
And
I forgot that one. Yeah.
Assistant principal of the year. No school's ever done that.
Really?
There's
that's a lot of pressure on her.
I combed through all of the archives.
If we get this, do we get more time off? Like as a reward?
Yes,
like
we get the weekend off.
Do we get like all of winter break off?
Yeah, all of winter break. And if we don't get it, then we got to come back
sooner.
Yeah, sooner.
All right.
But no school's ever done that in the history of the state of Connecticut.
Wow.
As far as my 1-minute research on Google
and ChatGPT.
ChatGPT found.
That's impressive that we're that close to
impressive.
Yeah.
To history.
So
History
today,
in the making.
I mean, we got a couple of coaches of the year too.
Mhm.
Coach Luddy, coach of the year. So,
Yeah. Is that it though?
yeah, we didn't. The AD did poor. The previous AD, so no ADs of the year.
Then we didn't get any other coaches of the year.
But
right?
hey,
It was just-
we are a class act school.
we are a class act school, and we're a gold standard of excellence for the WRSG. That's an national
Yeah.
award, right?
National and state also.
National and state.
Were you hinting at some other coach of the years? I don't. have no
I
problem
don't
with
know.
that.
I honestly I couldn't think of one. I didn't know if like Anderson had
I was
got it
gonna say
back in
Anderson had to
2004,
have gotten
2005.
Maybe
I don't know.
before my time.
So, but yeah, that's quite good for the I don't want to say the short history because now we're a quarter decade in.
Yeah, we're still young.
We're still young.
We're a quarter
youngish.
century. We're not a
We're
quarter decade. We're a quarter century.
Quarter century. What did you say? Quarter decade?
Yeah.
Yeah. Quarter century. Quarter
Quarter
century.
decade would be something.
Yeah. No, back in a couple years ago, we were a quarter decade.
Yeah.
It goes fast. We're all grown
It
up
goes
now.
fast.
Yeah.
It goes fast.
We're now in our 20s.
Yeah,
I
our
know.
brain finally
Yeah.
developed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to find our stride, find out
We
who
can make
we
good decisions
are.
now for a change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So looking to the bigger schools that have been around for 100 years and what, you know, we're
Uh,
playing catch up.
A lot of schools doing their 100-year anniversaries and stuff because 1920 is a big time.
Yeah. I was saying we're nowhere near
Hey,
that.
my high school was a WPA high school, so
Was it?
yes, you'd walk
Nice.
in and there was all mural on the inside with
Yeah, yeah.
WPA stuff everywhere.
Ah,
And it was a
awesome.
standard design, so you go around the country and you see kind of versions of my high school.
Yeah.
You're like, that looks. Oh yeah, it's also built in the 20s.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. So go right to your next class after that. Second block. Don't forget that. The results from last week, Pom Pom Poll of the Week. Oh, wow. This is a good one. Most kids saw themselves as problem solvers.
Oh,
Still, 28 of them were problem makers, and we probably all have them in class.
Yeah.
And the Pom Pom Poll of the Week this week is, what would you prefer, a real Christmas tree or an artificial tree? Which would you prefer? It specifically says, which would you prefer?
Artificial for me, friend.
I would prefer a real one, says the guy with 5 artificials.
Yeah. I prefer a real Christmas tree, but I do not like the upkeep and
Yeah.
the rigmarole that
Yeah,
goes along with
exactly.
it. So I
that's what my
have an
preference
artificial. Yeah.
is,
It,
artificial.
it's been
It
so
says
long.
what you prefer, not what you have.
It's been so long since I had a real one. I'm scared I would kill it in like the first 2 days, and we just have like a Charlie Brown tree.
Yeah. I'd still decorate it if it was a Charlie Brown
Well,
tree.
I would too. It would just be a Charlie Brown
What
tree.
I do miss is that you don't go into the woods and cut down an artificial tree. And when the kids were little, we used to get, the Sawzall and a saw, and we pack them up, go for breakfast, go out into the snow and walk through the forest there. They have the forest of the mini trees, and then pick out one
where
and
is
cut
that?
it down.
What year is that?
Eh.
1885?
Really, you haven't gone on I think the Garys just did it too. They
We don't
posted on
go,
social-
I haven't
social
gone
media.
and walked into the woods and chopped down a tree in a while now.
yeah.
We would go to the farm down the
We were
down the
just
road.
like the Griswold family in the
Yeah, yeah.
beginning of
What-
Christmas vacation.
one of your kids'
all part of the
eyes
experience,
froze
right.
solid, and then you had to dig it out. And
Yeah,
you would
'Cause then they were like, oh,
overestimate the size of the tree. and
they're
couldn't
just
see.
running around hiding under trees, not paying any attention. And then you realize you didn't bring a big enough battery to cut down the tree with your Sawzall. So you have to borrow a saw from someone else. Then you go, oh my God, we walked 200 yards away from the car. And you got to drag that tree all the way back. And then you got to throw it on the top of the tree. Then you got to cut the end off and then stand it in the stand correctly. You get it into the house because it's wider than the door. So when you pull it through the door,
You're
it just
whacking
starts
everything
shooting needles everywhere. Yeah.
in sap.
Although
a lot of sap.
a lot of sap. Although the house smells wonderful that day.
Listen, you don't have to buy sensicles.
When
You have
a real-
natural sensicles.
yeah, but we do have sensicles in our house because I do like the smell. of
we
a
do
fresh
too.
tree.
We had a quest to have the correct scent.
You know what I do is at the end of the year when things are on sale, I buy extra. So we always have some. So there's always backup. All right. And so I guess we know that's going to bring up some debate. It could separate families, real or artificial trees. It's going to be one of those. This week, Thursday, December 11th, is Woodland Fine Arts Night. And the Hawk Wings collection ends today. So if you have any ketchup or mustard, mayo, whatnot, you're bringing for the condiment drive, make sure you drop those off. And don't forget to charge Chromebook every night. Listen to us every morning and follow us on Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Time now for the news with Tomlin.
And now, with the latest headlines, over to the news desk with Tomlin.
Good morning, top stories Saturday. First off, this week, G7 industry, digital, and technology ministers are meeting in Montreal under Canada's presidency for a 2-day meeting where AI is expected to dominate discussions. Following the June Leaders Summit, ministers are meeting to advance pledged AI and quantum committees, with the schedule flipped this year due to a spring election, blending industrial and tech policy.
G7. I don't know if I can name all 7.
Well, there's the G7, the G7 plus 1, the G8, the G10, the G20. So it depends which G you're going for.
That reminds me of the song that the fly like a G7.
There you go.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
The Writers Guild of America, the WGA, has joined a growing list of industry groups coming out against Netflix's proposed blockbuster deal to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery.
Yeah, it would.
The WGA warned that the $83 billion Netflix Warner Brothers deal would eliminate jobs, reduce wages, and raise prices for consumers. This is pretty on track for them. The WGA opposed the Comcast NBC Universal deal in 2011, the AT&T Time Warner deal in 2016, the Disney Fox merger in 2017, the Amazon MGM merger in 2021, Warner Brothers Discovery merger in
They're just never
2022.
They're all limiting jobs, right?
Union
They're
also
limiting
warned
jobs
in
for
2023 that Disney, Netflix, and Amazon were poised to become the new gatekeepers of the industry.
Yeah.
If this merger goes
That's
forward,
true. I agree with that.
And they make terrible movies.
if the merger goes through, then the magical 5 will be shrunk to the magical 4 legacy movie theaters left, or movie production studios. The flip side is we're up to 7 now, because you have to add in Apple, you have to add in.
Which has great programming
Yeah.
if you haven't seen it
They
yet.
do, but they make one movie a year.
Yeah.
So
You just have to get it for like a month or 2, and then you just cancel it because it's like $15 a month.
That's great, but I care about movies, and with who's going Paramount being bought there, that
Yeah.
great movie theater is gonna that movie industry is gonna continue to shrink.
Oh no! They'll continue to make movies.
No, Netflix will continue to make terrible movies on Netflix. Yes,
Yeah, but I think other movie studios make terrible movies too.
agreed. But they
I did
also
see
make
Baron
good ones.
Munchausen.
The classic 80s one.
Yeah.
I rewatch that every now and then. I love that movie. It's so 80s ridiculous.
There's a
love it.
lot of movies out there that have made by smaller houses, and maybe we'll see more independent filmmaking, coming to
Or
fruition.
Blumhouse, that would be nice.
Yeah. Again, there's a lot more access to the ability to make films or cinema now than back in my day.
Well, and
But they got to get them
speaking
published,
of-
though.
They
And
do.
Getting him, that is, you need money. And,
Well, you just
backing.
post it on.
well, that's why you
YouTube.
need
Well,
Amazon.
that's not a
and
movie. I'm not going to watch a thing on YouTube, right?
Yeah, but that's how you get your backing, so
Yeah.
that you can get wider on it.
remember the part 2 of the Punisher movie that he made, and he put it on
Yes.
YouTube because he was trying to get it made. All right, so one last news story, because we talked about a lot of things. Staying in news, New York City's iconic White's Diner is being moved to classic 1950s railcar restaurant. It's being moved from its current location, which is being torn down and turned into a new apartment building, to Steiner Studios in the New York Navy Yard.
They're gonna move the whole thing.
They packed up and moved the whole diner. It's one of the old stainless steel railcar style.
Oh yeah.
So they picked up moving. Now this diner is insanely famous because it's appeared in a number of movies, such as The Good Shepherd, Men in Black 3. So it's actually going to be preserved and used for future movie locations.
And it's owned by Netflix now.
And it's owned by an independent New York studio.
Oh,
and there's
okay.
your news.
And that's your news with Tomlin. Over to the sports desk with Decker.
Here's a shot at the buzzer.
Strike 3 call. What a catch. Touchdown.
Time now for sports with Decker.
Busy weekend of sports there. The NFL was in action. A couple of teams had the bye. The Giants were off. The Patriots were off.
So they didn't lose.
And in theory, the Jets were off there from their play.
Yeah.
But with that being said, there were some teams that did play. Miami, what was that, 4 in a row for the Miami Dolphins?
Yes.
Rolling.
We're still in contention for a wild card
theory,
spot.
win 7 more
Legit.
games. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
you only
legit.
have 4.
I think we moved up. Like the Bengals are below us now. I don't know where the Kansas City is, but I think Kansas City has fallen too.
You still got to win 5 more games. You only have 4 more left, so that's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna. So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance.
And the Packers won, which is notable because that moves them to the
Number
lead
2
of the
seed.
NFC North and number 2 overall seed. So congratulations to 2 of the 3 people standing here.
And congratulations to you because it didn't affect your record at all.
Correct. Well, our record actually did work out now that we currently have the number 1 pick in the NFL draft.
There you go. Just like
Number
the plan.
one. Number
Just
one.
like we planned. College football news there. They announced the college football playoff bracket. We'll talk about more of that at the end of the week. But there was an announcement for the bowl game, and UConn football did get another bowl bid this year. And it turns out they liked last year so much, they're going to run it back. They're going to play in Boston at the Fenway Bowl for the 2nd straight year against Army.
Now,
I like they're keeping it in this area too.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't go south where they can go and have a little more warmer weather. They stayed up here and let's play it out in the Northeast.
Are you going to discuss how Notre Dame has came out and announced they refuse to attend any bowl game this year?
The first one out of the playoff decided to take their ball and go home because they didn't like it, and we'll play in
That's
0.
Wasn't that
10-2 record.
That was Duke's fault though for beating up on
I don't know if it was Duke's fault. I think it's probably Notre Dame's fault
for winning the ACC.
for losing 2 games. And,
That was a great
not being
game.
in a conference, but I don't particularly care for Notre Dame either. Historically,
Wow, I don't know how that's going to land in this audience though.
nobody. No, you
Yeah.
don't like Notre Dame.
No.
Yeah,
I've been there, but
Well, maybe Tim Phipps still listens. I don't know.
Coach Phipps.
Yeah.
Very good. The UConn women played a basketball game yesterday. They didn't tell DePaul. But they came away victorious. Notable for the retirement of Sue Bird's iconic number 10.
Yep.
They're hanging to the rafters. I was talking to my wife and I said, they can't keep retiring these numbers. They're not going to have any numbers left.
That's going to be the problem.
for
Yeah.
basketball. They're
They're going to have like
68 or 67 or
the
something.
next player is going to be like 111.
Yeah. Correct. And from what I'm told, there's a big high school football game tonight.
I did hear talk of this. What is
Yeah.
this you're speaking of?
Yeah. The semifinals across the state, including Class S, in which the Woodland football team will host Sheehan High School. And I think there was a time move, so it's a little bit earlier. in
I
the
think they
night
moved it
there
up
because
just a
of the
bit, yeah.
Weather there.
2 p.m. start.
5, yeah.
It's running now.
It will be playing, in about a half hour kickoff.
Hey, think about how awesome that would be, though. A championship day game during the school day. You could have everyone go and attend and
Have
watch
a
it.
Oh,
field
that
trip.
would be great.
That would be awesome.
Play a kickoff at noon.
Yeah, that would be
That would be
awesome.
great. Yeah.
Bell rings and send them on their way. Yeah, no, they're playing against Sheehan at 5 o'clock tonight, which leads me back to the winter season now. Today's mascot question of the day. What is the mascot of Sheehan High School?
Aren't they the Titans
The Sheehan.
or Spartans? Something like that.
No. I don't
Like
know.
you guys are gonna talk yourself out of this.
Yeah.
It is Titans. That's the
Oh,
bell.
was it
You got
Titans?
it.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's
yeah.
all I got
Yeah.
with sports there. That's the
And
bell.
that's sports with Decker. All right. And on behalf of the show, thank you for stopping by. Good luck tonight, Woodland. And don't forget, that was Tomlin. That was also Decker. I'm still Amato. Good morning, Woodland.
Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional. We're knocking down the door.
Every morning at 7 a.m.
Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We're streaming on Spotify. We're reaching out to you. Join the Morning Mayhem crew.
Knocking down the door.